Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today in this video I'm going to show you a very beautiful neckline which goes well with your crop top, and today I'm making this kind of a design on a crepe fabric which has a nice and very beautiful flow. So to make that design I have already marked the shoulders. This is going to be my neckline width and my armhole round and the sides. So let me show you how to make that pretty beautiful neckline over this point. So first you're going to decide the depth of the neckline. So this neckline is going to be a little bit wide than you normally used to keep. So for me, my neckline width is going to be like a 2.5 inches, but perhaps I'm going to take that 3 inch. So while attaching the shoulder and after making the neckline, it's going to reduce a little bit more than this also. My full depth of the neckline from the top is going to be like a 6 inches. I'm making this neckline for my daughter, and if you want you can just alter this neckline according to your size. So if you're making this pattern for adult, it should be like 7.5 to 8 inch. That's going to be the depth of the neckline. So first let me draw that. Okay, about that exact measurement you're going to mark 2 inch. Again you're going to draw a box. Let me curve this line. So this is going to be my U neckline. Okay, from this point I'm going to mark that V kind of shape. So let me measure that. So I just want this to be like 1 inch. Okay, so from here I'm going to mark like V. Okay, so just leave a marginal amount of fabric, and again I'm going to mark another V over this point. Okay, it should be a nice and neat V like this. So the height of this V is 2 inch and the height of this V is exactly like a 2 inch. You're going to leave a marginal amount of fabric at this point, and I'm going to cut the same. This fabric is for just to make that neckline folds, so you don't cut at the exact point. You're going to cut that leaving a marginal amount of fabric, and now we are going to cut into the V. Okay, okay, so you're going to cut on the exact line that you have marked. So now take your interfacing canvas and you're going to place the interfacing canvas underneath, and you're going to place this neckline exactly on the place, and you're going to cut the same on the interfacing canvas. Okay, put that in place so that it doesn't move. Okay, I just want to secure that with some pins. So I'm going to cut this on the canvas paper, and let me mark and show you where I'm going to cut the exact point of the fabric. See? This is the neckline pattern, and what you're going to do is you're going to leave a marginal amount all around, and you're going to cut the same like this. Pressing this interfacing canvas on a piece of lining, and then I show you how to attach this piece to the fabric and finish off the neckline. You add some notches to fabric so that it turns really nice and neat, and you're going to turn the outside of the fabric on top of the interfacing canvas, and you're going to sew that. Okay, so little by little you're going to sew the raw edges just by folding that on the interfacing canvas like this. Okay, so little by little I'm going to finish off the neckline just by sewing the outer edge. So now I'm going to place this interfacing canvas on the pretty side of the neckline, and I'm going to sew at the exact margin. Okay. So you're going to sew at the exact margin, and also you're going to stick on to the exact shape that the canvas is like. So you're going to sew on the V like shape, and you're going to go to sew on top, and you're going to just stay on the exact shape of the neckline. That's very important, so that you will get a very neat and very beautiful neckline. Okay. So in the place of turn, make sure that you put the needle in and turn only the fabric. Okay. So little by little you're going to finish off the neckline like this. So once after finishing the neckline, I'd be cutting some notches to the inner part of the neckline like this. So wherever I'm getting the turns, I'd be cutting the notches, so that the turn would be really neat and simple. So just make sure that you cut some notches and you turn the fabric in. Okay. So after cutting the notches, I'm just going to simply turn the fabric in like this. And to make the turn nice and neat, you can use your pen and you can turn the fabric like this. Okay. So now once it's been turned, I'm going to take my cross piece, that's a bias tape, and I'm going to match all the points, the high points of the neckline, and I'm going to sew it like a U like this. So you're going to start from this point, and I'm going to sew to the end point. Okay. So little by little, make sure that you stick on to the seam allowance that you give to this cross piece, and do not pull the fabric, ease with the fabric, and you're going to sew the highest points of the neckline. Okay, just connecting the points, and you're going to sew that on the neckline like this. Okay. So now I'm sewing to the pretty side. I'm just joining the bias strip on the pretty side of the fabric. So once it's done, you can just open the fabric, and if you want, you can put a top stitch also. And now I'll be opening this, and this is the wrong side of the fabric, and make sure you double fold the fabric and you conceal the raw edge like this and pin that in place so that you find really easy while sewing that. So I'm double folding and I'm just concealing the raw edge to the wrong side of the fabric like this. Okay. So once it's done, I'm going to put a top stitch exactly at the point where I have pinned. So little by little, I'm going to sew that. Ease with the fabric. Please do not pull the fabric because it's in bias. So if you give a pull to the fabric, for sure it's going to lose its shape. So do not pull the fabric, and you're going to sew exactly on the margin of the fabric like this. Okay. So you're going to start from one end and you're going to sew to the next end like this. Okay. So this is gonna be the end result of the neckline. It just came out really beautiful. Hope everyone will try this neckline. So if you're making this neckline for the first time, make sure that you try this neckline in a cotton fabric, and then you can try in any kind of really like a chiffon or a crepe fabric like this. If you like this video and if you want more videos like this, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button below, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up. See you next time with a different kind of design. Take care. Bye bye.